It's the 10 to 1 podcast with your host, Brad Oman, featuring Ben Conowitz and Nate Laux. And here's the podcast.
I feel like that one, honest to God, Brad, I feel like that one was the most Victorian ghost you've ever done.
I don't think so.
That was so drawn.
I usually defend you, right? Because I'm your friend.
Yeah.
You have to admit.
But that one was getting into the territory.
I don't
of,
know.
Yeah, you were like, this was a Scooby-Doo level. Like, it's the 10 to 1 podcast.
Don Pardo was a very Scooby-Doo man.
A very Scooby-Doo man?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was Doobie?
He would definitely be one of the old men who was like revealed as a villain in
Sure.
Scooby-Doo.
I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you darn kids.
I'd have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you and those meddling kids.
Now,
featuring Ashley Padilla.
It's worth mentioning that we are late. We
Yeah.
understand this, and I think it's
How far along are you?
This is why you get the extra comedy up front to make up for it.
You know what's funny is at the end of the previous episode we said it should be out on Sunday, Monday if we have a scheduling problem, Tuesday if there's an emergency, Wednesday if we're dead.
So let's get this. It's Tuesday at about 2:30 right now.
Right.
So let's get this out. At 2:45.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
And
also,
I put out an apology using a GIF of Kristen Wiig as Gilly saying sorry, and we got some pretty supportive comments.
Sorry.
I want to say Darren Patterson, who's a longtime listener and has his own podcast called SNL Nerds, if you want to check that out. He posted a GIF from the Founding Father sketch where they're all saying boo. Nate said this was my fault.
Yes.
Ben
This
said this was my fault.
Thank
for the
you.
record, this is your fault.
Well, it's a mixed little column A, column B.
No.
Your
Because
fault.
we could have recorded yesterday, but Ben was like, hey, let's go see Project Hail Mary with Charlie. And he did it in the Don Pardo voice,
Yeah,
which
it's
was
true.
really
It's
weird.
true. I did do the Tom Pardo voice.
Darren Patterson also said in Tucker Carlson voice, what are we doing? What's going on?
What's going on? What are we doing?
And then
what's going on?
Alex Pappas with maybe the deepest cut here said, I've already listened to an AV Club editor, the chief seamless owner, and a Catholic priest talk about SNL this week. Too bad you couldn't get it together. Sad. So, sorry. But we're here, and we're going to talk
here now.
about the Harry Styles episode, his second time pulling double duty as host of Musical This. But first, Nate, what's in the mailbag?
All right, we've got a couple comments here that I want to go through. Let's go through. We had nothing on Spotify this week. I don't know if anybody listens to Spotify anymore, or they're just a dying website. But we got a couple comments from YouTube. Here's @_182. I could see Paul Simon hosting a fifth time before Lauren exits, because we talked about which fourth timer is going to get a fifth time. But I can also see them boosting the episode with lots of other cameos like Sabrina, Miley, and some of the more musical former cast members. I think Ryan, Jack Black, and Adam Driver could all be up for the next five-timer. For John Hamm, I could see them having a running joke for a bit longer of him not getting his fifth, despite appearing as a cameo several times per season.
Well,
which could be kind of a funny thing, too. Again.
Well, actually, this question has an answer, because on April 4th, Jack Black will be hosting Saturday Night Live,
That's true, yeah.
and that will be his fifth time. So we have our answer.
I mean, somebody could host before then.
Okay. Let's understand how time works.
And then we've got Mr. Tran Kwang. Passing Notes is my favorite sketch from the episode, and Ashley Padilla breaking was the funniest moment ever. Really hope she'll definitely be promoted to repertory player next season. I think there's probably no doubt about that. That she'll be.
Those two words don't go together.
Repertory player and what?
What are you saying?
What two words?
He said probably and without a doubt.
Those two phrases do not go together.
Yeah. And then we've got a couple. I'm going to read one Facebook comment here. This is again from Darren Patterson of the SNL Nerds podcast. Says, hey, boys, another stellar episode of the 10 to 1. Concerning the Passing Notes sketch, I got to agree with Bradford Oman on this. Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
I should have read this before I put it on here. Yeah. Well, I did think it was pretty funny, the fact that the whole conceit of the sketch goes against one of Lauren's core tenets of note breaking. Does make me feel a bit uneasy. So, yeah, I did laugh at that sketch, but at what cost? I'm also a big fan of the Go Flix Yourself podcast, and if I'm ever in the Chicago area, I would love to be considered to be a guest.
You're in.
You're in. Actually, maybe even co-host. We're looking for.
Oh, you're quitting?
Well, you want to tell him or? Darren, we would like to know how your Don Pardo voice is.
What podcast are you guys going to do with a Don Pardo voice?
Oh, you're not getting it. This is where we're getting
Get off the shed! All right, let's get going into this bad boy.
All right, we ready? By the way, how many times has Harry Styles appeared on SNL?
I think it's a total of 6.
No.
7?
No.
This is his second time hosting.
That's true, but he was a musical guest several times before.
This is his 8th appearance on SNL.
I was close, though.
First time going back to 2012 with One Direction, and then 2013, 2014, One Direction. 2017, he was a solo musical guest when Jimmy Fallon hosted. 2019 was his first double duty as host. And then 2026...
Did you guys go back and watch the Harry Styles episode? I did as well.
I did not. How was it?
It's actually pretty good.
It's fine.
I will say that we weren't wrong for not remembering those sketches because there's nothing that was like incredibly great or like
repeatable. Like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, nothing that ended up being recurring really. But Harry Styles did a very good job doing different characters. And he's solid. He's a reliable person to do this kind of thing. He has fun when he's doing the show.
Yeah, no, you can tell he's having a good time, and it's pretty evident right off the bat that he's extremely confident.
Yeah, and
like the word unfazed comes to mind.
Yeah,
you've got thousands of people, a day screaming your name. For 60 years, like Mick Jagger, it changes who you are.
Yeah.
Harry Styles seems to be avoiding that level of change so far. He just seems like he's kind of going with the flow.
Yeah, but I will say, I think that one thing that is a little bit somewhat off-putting to me in a way is that I feel like when he's doing the monologue and just like talking, he almost feels like he's downplaying it a little too much. Like he's a little too cool, I guess. I wish that he would put on a little bit more of a performance for like when he's as the monologue, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it feels like he's not super enthusiastic. He's playing it a little too cool.
It does, and maybe Nate, you're a pretty confident speaker on stage, so maybe we'll ask this of you. Do you feel like it was off-putting when Harry Styles it comes across like this is a little too expected and like whatever, I don't really care, or did it come across to you as this is one of the most famous people in the world doing a pretty good job of managing that?
Yeah, I feel like that was more authentically Harry Styles' personality, though.
Sure. I agree with that, but that's what I mean is like I feel like when you're hosting, like I don't know, you bring a little bit more energy to it and stuff like that.
Would you prefer? And this is going to sound like a bit, but it's not. Would you prefer him to kind of fake it a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. Because like it is a performance,
Sure.
and like I want somebody who seems like they're enthusiastic.
Because I will say, it felt like in the monologue, and we'll get to, let's get to the monologue. Let's do the cold open first. Let's talk monologue.
It just seems like he wasn't as dedicated to like the bits or like, even talking in a way that felt personable.
I have more to say about it.
Okay.
One more bit of fact, because I read this, but I don't know if it's true. You guys can maybe confirm or not. Is he the first musical guest that has pulled double duty twice since Justin Timberlake, and only the second time, like the only second host that has pulled double duty twice?
Ariana Grande has not done it twice.
Yeah, but she has done it twice now.
Has Lizzo done it twice?
No, I don't think so.
Did Ariana Grande double duty twice or no?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm talking about double duty, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't think Ariana did.
Because Lizzo double dutied once.
Ariana didn't do double duty this past time. She
right,
did
but has she previously?
No, she only double dutied once, and that was her
Let's
first
stop saying double duty.
No, actually, I'm going to double down on it.
Stevie Nicks was her second episode that she hosted. And
we all remember that.
Cher. Stevie Nicks and Cher. She gets all of the modern ones.
So Stevie Nicks and Cher, and now Harry Styles? And Justin Timberlake?
That's it?
That's it?
No. Stevie Nicks and Cher were the musical guests with
Ariana
Grande.
Oh. No, I'm asking how many people have double dutied?
2.
Twice.
Oh, that's for real.
Yeah.
Justin
Harry Styles and Justin Timberlake are the only 2.
Oh, I thought it was Justin Bieber. I thought you said Justin Bieber.
No. Everyone hates Justin Bieber.
Did he say Justin Bieber?
No.
Earlier?
No.
I heard Justin Bieber.
Well, then you're a broken man.
Okay, well,
I think you're having a stroke.
Yeah, all right. I had 3.
Don't talk about that.
No, stop it.
All right.
You said it.
All right, cold open. Trump's gas price is a family of 4. Mikey Day, Ashley Padilla, Marcelo Hernandez, and Sarah Sherman pulls into a gas station and is shocked by the price at the pump, with prices spiking due to the ongoing Iran war. Then in comes James Austin Johnson playing Donald Trump. He crashes into the sketch, doing the famous freezing from the background actors bit. What'd you guys think of this? Did you enjoy kind of the this seems to kind of play a part, right? That James Austin Johnson's Trump is going to comment on the back. They're going to try not to laugh. This is kind of how it's went, and I love it every time. I love that part of it. What I didn't love was I didn't think it is kind of weird for me. Colin Jost as Pete Hegseth is a hit or miss, but it's a really hit or a really miss. This one didn't do it for me. What did you think of it, Brad?
I think they did a good job tricking us into thinking they were doing something different for a little while, and I was hoping.
I was kind of excited about it.
Yeah, I was hoping that it was going to be a completely different sketch, but they veered back into Donald Trump territory, and I'm still on board with bringing in Colin as Pete, just because it's a little more refreshing than seeing James as Trump. I will always give him full kudos and respect for doing such an incredible Donald Trump impression. And doing the best with what they have for this material, but I just didn't really like the sketch very much in general. But that's just par for the course at this point when it comes to political cold opens. So
I was excited that it was not a traditional cold open.
Yeah,
and then when it was, I was like, shit.
Yeah, I was literally like, ugh.
But I will say,
does the meta stuff make you laugh? Though
So
it kind of makes me laugh.
No,
the
I
Marcello
still- I
stuff.
still-
and the
Yeah, I
Ashley
like
Dion.
that.
I know when there's a freeze frame now, I know what to expect,
Right.
and I'm looking forward to that aspect of it.
Yeah.
I did not like when they opened the door and I saw Colin Jost. I mean, I like him as Hegseth. I thought that this was already enough, and that all I
Yeah.
thought to myself is, even if this improves it, it's just going to take away from the other sketches later on that I really want to see.
Yeah.
So if there is a cut for time by now, or there will be, and it got cut for time because there was a Hegseth moment in there, okay, I don't know.
But impressive set.
Yes, yeah, the car and everything.
Yeah, I'm curious how they did the car thing. If they have like a lighter car frame, or if they like built a set that is not a full automobile or something like that, but did a good job with it.
I feel, and maybe I'm being nostalgic and my memory is wrong, but I feel like in the past it wasn't uncommon to have a cold open that kind of started more like a sketch, like a traditional sketch, than it was lately with cold opens where you see Donald Trump, or when you see I feel like it almost, when I saw when I heard and saw the beginning of this, I'm like, oh, this feels old.
Right.
This feels good.
Yeah, even times when like the political stuff started being super popular with the Bush Gore debates, and then of course the Sarah Palin stuff and everything. That was when they really started leaning into the political stuff like almost all the time. But even back during the early 2000s and into the mid 2000s, they were still like doing cold opens that weren't political every now and then. And yeah, it's a bummer that they don't do that anymore, very often anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right, moving on. Monologue by Harry Styles. Harry Styles calls himself a boring Brit and jokes that he's not going to pretend SNL is a big deal. He is, obviously, of course. He describes what he's been doing on hiatus, taking up running mostly. I thought this was fine. Let's get a little deeper, dig a little deeper in what you were saying.
I think what my bigger problem is that he doesn't sell the jokes. I feel like he's too cool to actually give proper timing to it, and I don't think he's necessarily doing it on purpose. I think he's so like reserved in his personality that that's the way he talks naturally, and that's fine. But seeing how good of a performer he is in the rest of like the SNL, it's like, okay, so I know you have this energy about you, but I wish that he would project it more as a host. Like pretend.
That's fair.
Almost pretend like you were a comedian.
That's fair. The only pushback I'll give is the monologue truly is the only time where a person like Harry Styles gets to be himself.
Yeah.
Every other red carpet, every other performance, every other interview is to sell something, whatever. And SNL is to a certain extent as well. But there's more freedom on that stage in that moment to truly be yourself than at any other moment, because whatever you do is fine.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe, hopefully, the reason that he was himself the most there is because he wanted to be.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. It also, though, devil's advocate on that is that it doesn't give me a lot of hope for what the show's going to be at that point. Now, obviously, it's not like a movie you're walking away halfway through. I'm going to watch the whole show, and I'm glad that I did because, of course, it gets way better. His performances are stellar. They're outstanding. It's fun. I also wish that the monologue would have followed suit with that, but I get it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least he showed his cards in the beginning. He said, I'm a boring Brit. And we're like, okay, yeah, no, I get it now.
Yeah.
I wonder what that life is like, honestly, to be like that level of fame where you're like, I've taken up jogging and it's not interesting, but people think it's interesting because it's me.
Yeah.
And like, just to live that life, that's so weird.
It is funny.
It's really hard.
Okay, Brad Pitt.
It is always interesting to me to see like what makes headlines in like regular news stuff from SNL shows. Not every show has a headline, but this one did. Did you guys see what the headlines were? CNN even covered it.
Yeah, it said Harry Styles takes up shocking new habit and releases it live on SNL.
Oh,
it's a clickbait title.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I'd hit it was one of the headlines I saw.
No, none of those.
Did you write that?
It was SNL. Harry Styles leans into queerbaiting claims. That was the headline from SNL. So interesting that he kind of owned that bit of the lore of Harry Styles. So, all right, moving on. New Jersey versus Donovan, a courtroom sketch. Harry Styles plays a New Jersey prosecutor taking a simple theft case to trial against defendant Mr. Donovan, played by Tommy Brennan. The twist: Donovan's defense attorney is comedian Sebastian Maniscalco, played by who? Marcello Hernandez.
I thought that was a cameo by Sebastian Maniscalco. Wow.
He's doing a really good job of coming out and doing the comedy performance.
So you can do that.
Yep.
And so
you
can,
do it now.
No, but Harry Styles can do it evidently too.
Yeah, I mean, but his was a little bit different.
It's fair. And
also he is European.
I wanted to bring that up though because they did a very good job. That's my point. Is they did actually a pretty good job of like do the impersonation but don't do the voice.
Right.
So you can do the cadence, right?
Yeah.
And again, I wonder how much they rehearse that because you really don't want to come across as trying
and
to
do a good job.
a Spanish accent or a Mexican accent.
The physical bit and everything.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was.
I loved it. And from the monologue,
Wait, did you say a Mexican accent?
I don't know where Sebastian Maniscalco is from.
He took a guess.
Oh, I said Spanish. I said Spanish or Mexican. Is it not?
Neither.
What is he?
He's Italian.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Is he really Italian?
Yeah, it's Italian.
Well, then I can do it. Then I can do it. Italians are not a historically disenfranchised group.
Yeah,
it's me, Sebastian Maniscalco.
It's not. That is a bad one. But yeah, no, it's an Italian.
Is he really Italian?
Yes.
I thought you were just doing Spanish.
Well, that's so weird though because it seems like the impression that Marcello is doing it does have Hispanic flair to it.
Is that racist because Marcello is Hispanic?
No, because like no one cares about white people. And so
No, what I'm saying is the reason that Marcelo Hernandez has a bit of Latin flair to it is because he can't avoid it.
Oh no, because he's leaning into it.
Sure.
I mean, but yeah, that's interesting. I could have sworn that Sebastian Maniscalco was Hispanic.
Well, good to know that I can do a Sebastian Maniscalco with no reservations.
Doesn't mean it's good though.
What Spanish-speaking country would Maniscalco come from?
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know name origins very well.
Yeah, Guatemala.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm making stuff up.
It sounds Hispanic.
Okay,
yeah. And he's Hispanic. He gets to say that. I again cannot.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought this was funny. I actually, if anything, I like
this one better.
I do like this one better, and I like the idea that they can figure out different scenarios to just have Sebastian Maniscalco show up and have that be the premise.
Honestly, I love that, and also I love that they found a way to have him jump over something again because that was so impressive the first time, and I thought, oh, that's going to be a one-off for sure, and here it is back again. I really laughed. Like it was very good.
Did you see that Sebastian Maniscalco responded online? He's like,
"This is the second time that I've been on SNL.
Yeah, I'll do the show myself."
Yeah, exactly. And I would love to see him cameo.
Oh, no, I just don't want him on. No thanks.
Oh, I would love that. No. I'm not joking. Like I would.
Are you not a fan?
Because as soon as they show up, then it's dead.
No. Think about the Nicolas Cage from on Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, and he never did it again.
Right, but like
that's when it's over.
I'm saying eventually do it and then be done with it.
I don't care.
So you're saying like it has to be the last time we're going to do the sketch, and then you bring him on.
I want it only at the end of SNL,
or the end of the end of
Sebastian Maniscalco's life.
You beat me to it, you son of a gun.
All right, moving on. This is a pre-taped MAHAspital, a pre-taped parody of HBO's HBO Max's hit. Is it still HBO Max or no? Who knows?
It is HBO Max again.
It's HBO Punch.
Okay.
It's all just videos of Punch the monkey.
What are you doing?
Bits.
It's the Pit.
I'm having a good day. You know what, Brad? I'm not going to let you take me down. I'm having a great day today, and you can't change that.
This is
Hey, why don't you jokes about Harambe?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Jeez.
all right. The sketch is essentially if Robert F. Kennedy and MAHA made the show The Pitt. Now you're a fan of The Pitt.
Love the Pit. Great show.
Did this hit for you?
It's pretty.
Did the Pit hit?
It's pretty funny. I don't know.
I like this a lot. You didn't like this as much?
Nah, the premise itself didn't really feel like it sustained the kind of sketch they were doing. Like it's all kind of like stuff that we've already made fun of those stupid people before. I also didn't think James Austin Johnson's RFK Jr. impression was all that
No,
great.
that
either.
was the one thing I'm like, oh, this is what we're going with.
Yeah,
for
like
this?
it-
'Cause
like-
he's
like
such
if-
a skilled impressionist.
like it felt like he underplayed because he sounds like he's dying all the time and
RFK's voice is
terrifying.
like the day after doing the Hot Ones show. Like, oh, you have to just have
Yeah.
this throat, you know.
and he always sounds like he's like out of breath.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very different take on it. Again, I can't do an RFK, so I leave it to him. But I also think that dressing him up with the fake muscles and all that stuff, it's good if the voice is also perfect because like you're making him look exactly
Yeah.
like him, and then the voice is not the same.
Yeah.
So it was weird.
But everyone else did a really good job
yes.
of embodying the various characters from the Pit without necessarily fully directly doing like an impression of them.
I thought this was really good.
I just thought this went on a little too long. That
Yeah,
was all.
I think that's what I mean when I say it. I don't think that the premise sustained itself for as long as it was.
It could be also that I follow a lot of like health influencers, and so there was some stuff in there that was just so funny to me about the, you know, what she needs is a steak. Harry Styles says,
Right.
and give me what he said, like beef tallow and 6 raw eggs or something like this. All of that stuff is real stuff I see on Instagram.
Oh, for
I
sure.
just thought they were bringing it in. Yeah, no, I laughed about it. I thought it was very good. I'm a little disappointed that you guys don't find things funny anymore.
It was
Also,
just a little long.
Also, I feel like they needed a better name than MAHAspital because it sounds like it sounds like it
was
should
a
be
little-
like a redneck hospital. That's my hospital.
But I will say, rare miss for James Austin Johnson impression.
Yeah,
rare miss.
surprisingly so.
All right, Sparkle of the Sea, a live sketch. Harry Styles and Chloe Feynman play blonde mulleted German spokespeople for the Scandinavian cruise ship Sparkle of the Sea. Ben, what did you think of this one?
So, like, on the heels of the Scandinavian Skarsgård stuff, it almost feels too soon to do this for me because because we just had a lot of that. And so it was just weird that they brought it almost back immediately.
But this is a different
I
kind of
get
vibe.
it. I totally get it,
This
but-
is more like when they did the ABBA thing. You know?
I get it. Listen, I'm just telling you where my brain went, and it went.
For sure.
It went. Oh, we just had this, and it was very a deep dive into that culture not that long ago. So I don't know. It was fine. I didn't think it was amazing.
I really like this one actually.
I didn't like this at all.
I mostly liked it. I think because Chloe Feynman and Harry Styles were so good at the characters.
No, Harry Styles and Chloe Feynman were fantastic. I will give them that. For
and
sure.
so I enjoyed it because of that, and I did like the absurdity of the framework. Also, let's just talk about the fact that Jean-K Jean
Yeah,
made a comeback.
Yes.
And actually, SNL Network did a full rundown of the characters that have appeared on SNL and taken 10 or more years to return. And so, because this character has been gone for more than 10 years, and then made a comeback. So
Wow.
that was pretty
10.
fun.
Yeah.
That is
I would not have guessed 10 years on that one.
Is it really 10 years?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it might have been like 12 actually in total. But yeah,
He was quote unquote only a Weekend Update character, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
yes.
All right, let's move on for that one. Like I said, I didn't like that as much. All right, Mr. Pooty, Best Buy staff meeting. Mikey Day plays the manager announcing changes in the store's rewards points program. The meeting quickly derails when Kenan Thompson's Mr. Pooty, who has apparently been manipulating male coworkers' nipples and has developed a significant work crush, wants to get ahead of any potential HR issues. This was Kenan, I think, carrying a lot of this. Straight man Mikey Day, Kenan being silly. This is kind of a formula I don't think any of us are kind of surprised by. Did this iteration work for you, Brad?
Yeah, I thought this was really funny. This is the kind of sketch you love to see Kenan do.
Yep.
He's being very silly. Everyone else is playing it straight, except for you have a little bit of weirdness from Veronica Slowikowska as well, which was really enjoyable. But yeah, I like that. And of course, seeing Harry Styles, then lean into it and defend Mr. Pooty. The amount, the escalation that came from it, and like just the way he was talking about the things that he was worried that he was getting in trouble for, and talking about the nipples and whatnot. That was, I really thought this was funny.
I think that this is one of those that it had a real opportunity not to work. Like, I've seen so many of these that just kind of fell flat, but this one didn't. And I think that it didn't because not only was there almost a slight break between Mikey and Keenan, which kept right on edge, but also the level of detail in which he gets into, like, it's not just this cursory thing of repeating the same bit over and over again. Like, I don't know, I like to flirt with the men or whatever. It's so specific and so escalatable with specifically about men's nipples. I was laughing very hard at this. I thought it was very good.
I did too. I also was kind of reminded that they haven't done a ton of Keenan featured sketches this season, right? Where he's like the main guy carrying the sketch. And that's a great statement for the show because they've had some really, really funny sketches. But I can't think of anything like that Keenan has really carried this season a ton. And so he's been in many sketches, obviously, but kind of as secondary or, almost background characters. Can you guys think of anything he's done that's like a big deal this season so far?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah. No, it would be like, if they randomly came back with a what up with that or something, like there's the Jean Valjean stuff is cool, but Jean
Valjean is a character from Les Miserables.
Are we going to let him get away with it or no?
No, I want to see Kenan Thompson as Jean Valjean now. That's what I want to see.
24601.
What's that from?
It's from Jean Valjean.
So what is his name?
Jean Cajon.
Oh, so sorry. I was off by one word.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't know the name of a character from one of the most famous musicals of all time and how it differs from an SNL character that we just mentioned 10 seconds ago.
All right. Whatever. Get off your HMS Pinafore and just whatever.
What's that from?
HMS Pinafore. Anyway. No. So we both like this, right? Nate, you like this?
Yeah, I love this.
Right.
I thought it was really good.
Done. Moving on.
All right, Weekend Update with Colin Jost and Michael Che. Weekend Update anchors Colin Jost and Michael Che tackle the week's biggest news, like RFK Jr. is recovering from surgery and YouTube launching a tool that allows reporters to flag AI videos that imitate their likeness. We had a couple bits in here. I'll read them now, then we'll get into them. Jeremy Colleen did, I just think, one of the best impressions I've seen in a long time.
What's going on?
Tucker Carlson. And then we had two emojis appearing with Marcelo Hernandez and Mikey Day. So let's get to the Bradometer. You've been listening long enough. You know the Bradometer is Brad's rating of Weekend Update based on an arbitrary score set between 1 and 100. It's usually between 80 and 90.
I will say it used to be in my head that it was all equal parts of the show. It was, is Weekend Update overall very good? Are the jokes tight? Are Jost and Che having a good time with each other? And it had a lot less to do with the interaction between Che and Jost. Because
that's not true.
Because Brad.
No, it started.
Let the man talk.
No, it's called the Bradometer for a reason. It's because I'm the one who determines what the meter measures, and it has always mostly been about what happens between Che and Jost.
Not even a little bit.
Secondary is how good Weekend Update is overall. And then around that are the bits involving characters.
You say that, but unfortunately, we have released episodes that people can listen to, and then they understand that that's not how you. That's not how you
go back.
I will,
and you personally get the audio where I rate it differently, and I will eat my own hat.
Okay, so.
And you know what? He won't do it because he can't ask ChatGPT to do it.
This is broken. The barometer is broken, but I will say the level of interaction between the two was at an all-time high.
It was very good. And the jokes were very good.
He's going to give it a 73 because we missed something.
Hey,
the barometer is as strong as a Viagra-fueled wiener.
Okay.
That's a very weird take.
I take Viagra all the time.
What? All right, so I'm going to say it was very high this time, but because Brad is broken, I don't want to go over 90.
No, I'm going to say 85.
If it's not officially
85
broken,
is low for me.
If it's not officially broken, I'm going 88. But if it's officially broken, then
hold on. What do you mean?
Because
okay, Tucker.
Because
what's going on?
because typically this level of interaction would be almost an all-time high, which would be in the 90s.
No, that's not true. You got to remember, all-time high is joke swap.
Right, which is like 99 or 100.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So this would be like a 90 or 92 because it was very, very up there. So I'm going to say 88.
Okay.
I said 85.
That's fine. You guys are both wrong.
Yeah, it's 72 or something.
87.
Oh, look at
You're
us,
such a
guys. We were
jerk.
so close.
Jerk.
But yeah, no, and like that's the thing is like the interaction needs to be
Yeah. We get
it needs to be bigger. It needs to
Who
be
cares?
more sustained or frequent to like get into the 90s. You know, this
This was really sustained and really frequent.
No, there's some fun stuff for sure, but it's like it's gotta be
Every
big.
time he goes high, I think of Tucker.
Exactly. what are we doing? What's going on?
But yeah, no, this was great. They
Yeah,
had some great back and forth.
I loved
the
it. I
joke
loved
at Colin's expense, of course.
Yes.
We love that, and yeah, good
I
stuff.
love that.
Were those Scarlett Johansson's boobs? Do you think they were?
No,
No.
Why not?
because
No, because they were just AI, like just random.
if you think I don't recognize Scarlett Johansson's boobs when I see them,
You think Colin Jost does?
there was also some
Hondo.
really good jokes in this one too.
I
thought.
really enjoyed the jokes.
I'll actually tell you some of my favorites.
Okay, what
By the
were
way,
some of your favorites?
Yeah, go ahead.
When they were talking about, as they said in the Titanic, women and children first.
Yeah, it's a great joke.
Referring to Marjorie Taylor Greene as a Confederate He-Man doll.
Oh,
So perfect. One complaint is the joke about K-pop demon hunters was bad.
yeah.
That's not good writing because like the phrase they use is "I'm gonna blow my brains up, up, up." The phrase doesn't work as it's written.
The song is up,
Right,
up,
but
da-da-da-da.
there would have been, you could say blow myself up so that the phrase actually makes sense, but like it's just like I don't know why they didn't write it so that it went with a song better if that's the route you're gonna go.
All right, well, you can do better.
I just did. And so the rest of the things that I really liked actually were the stuff from the one of the character appearances. So,
But what about them making fun of Timothy Chalamet? I love everyone piling on Timothy Chalamet.
this
right
one
now.
was even lazier than last week's like joke about Marty Supreme. Like it's like.
Oh, ping pong guy.
Yeah, it's such a reduction of what the movie is. The thing, and I didn't even need Timothy Chalamet to win the Oscar. I'm so glad Michael B. Jordan won it. But the discourse around what happened with his commentary is exhausting, and it's
and I
so
love how
off
mad
base.
you are because I keep on sending you guys.
Well, because this is the kind
I
of.
know.
but-
it makes
Hold on,
you
wait,
mad.
whoa. Before we
thing-
get do a long thing about this, I'll make one analogy, and I want you to know I want you to tell me if you think this analogy works. Okay.
No.
I feel like if Timothy Chalamet's comments were if they were taken, that nobody cares about ballet and opera anymore. Okay, if that is the core tenet of and it's not his opinion, it's just like him saying, "Duh."
Right.
Okay. The people that are mad about this have never gone to the ballet, and they've never gone to the opera.
Correct.
Most of them,
Yes.
right? It's this unhinged like.
And even Doja Cat, who made a
Yes.
comment like making fun of Timothy Chalamet, came out and said, "You know what?
I actually have
I'm
never
sorry.
been."
Yeah, and I haven't been to the ballet.
But
or
they
the
got to
opera.
her. They
So-
got to her. That's why.
So
they got to her.
If somebody that does ballet, does opera, has an opinion, that's a valid opinion. If somebody who goes to these regularly has an opinion, but the 99% of people who have an opinion on this don't support those arts. So my analogy is this is like everybody who does not attend or support the WNBA saying the WNBA needs to make exactly the same money as the males do. Females need to make that, but at the same time, the reason that they're not is because not a lot of people are watching
Nobody
that
goes
show,
to the games.
and so they're complaining like you need equal pay,
Yeah.
equal. Well, when's the last time you watched a game? Oh, I've never watched it. Okay,
Right.
well, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? What's going on? But that's my analogy.
No, and I don't disagree with that. And here's what I will say for Timothy Chalamet as far as where he was in the wrong. The way he phrased this sounded dismissive,
Exactly.
and it sounded insulting.
The way it
But
came
what-
out of,
but-
I don't
but-
think his intention was that.
No, because what he was saying is a fact, and you can tell because of how many people don't go to the ballet or opera. Is that both ballet and opera are mediums that are beautiful, and there are people that do care about them, and they are art, and they are important. But they're also a medium.
But they're not in this room.
They're also a medium that is not popular, and so when he says that people don't care about them, it means that like they're not something that people like normal people aren't engaging in going to the opera and ballet all the time. And his worry is that movies, cinema, is going to become something that people don't care as much about anymore. Just like that, like people aren't going to vaudeville shows anymore, you know. And so like saying that doesn't mean he's saying you shouldn't care or that it's disposable art, but he's saying that the way the audience has evolved is they don't care about it as much as they used to.
And that's a very fair statement. Of course, the phrasing could have been better.
Yes, and he even knew that. If
Right.
anyone who watches the full clip we'll see that he knew the way he said it was wrong, because he even followed up immediately, said all respect to ballet and opera performers.
Okay,
you know?
Right.
but
even him saying that sounded like a throwaway little. Like, he was not very good in that moment at all.
Let me say this too. There were some ballet people that did push back on that and say,
But no one cares about them.
because they said that they're actually seeing a resurgence of people going to the ballet.
That's great.
New York City
and you know
Ballet.
what? I'll bet Timothée Chalamet's comments will help that.
Well, that's I don't know that that's the narrative we want to push. Hey, make sure you talk shit about something so it becomes more popular again. Like, that's not good.
If people want to defend it, then go see it.
But I guess they're saying is, Timothée Chalamet, you don't even know. You're making statements that you don't know about. We just had one of our best years, and New York City Ballet said half of our attendance was people under 50, right? And so,
Cool.
like, we're seeing a resurgence of young people coming as well.
That's great for
So
one place.
But no, this is also something that, in context, Timothée Chalamet is lamenting the fact that cinema could be going that way, and that was his That was his point.
Exactly.
Messenger, right?
Exactly.
He screwed up the message, but the messenger behind it, what he meant was correct.
But besides that,
then Conan O'Brien, though, at the Oscars mentioned, well, he forgot to mention jazz.
No. He said the only reason everyone was mad is because you didn't say jazz.
Exactly,
and that was hilarious.
It's a great joke, yeah.
Yeah, but he's funny.
Oh my god.
All right, let's move on to my favorite segment. Tucker Carlson, played by Jeremy Colleen. Jeremy Colleen makes his Weekend Update debut with a Tucker Carlson impression, brought in to give his take on the.
This is not Jeremy Colhane's Weekend Update debut.
It's not? I thought it
No,
was.
he
What
had
did he
a-
do?
Did you use AI to do this?
He had
No.
a character that we loved
I saw it
just
on-
a few
I saw it
episodes
on-
ago.
No, that was my bad.
Don't you remember?
I saw it on.
I mean, I remember, but for
I won't
you,
give this site, but
no, I actually do remember this one. It's he had the hat on.
Wow.
I mean, he did.
He had a hat on.
Yeah.
he did. What was it though?
It was bam bamming him.
Do
What was it?
the hand gestures.
I don't remember. What was the thing he said though?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm forgetting the name
But I remember it. I do
too.
remember.
It's Mr. Something.
Yeah.
None of us remember. It was memorable.
Shoot. Anyway, but anyway,
It actually was very memorable.
yeah, it was.
But
this
this impression of Tucker Carlson is
Perfect.
I did not know, and I don't know if he
Mr.
is-
On Blast.
Mr. On
Oh,
Blast.
that's right. Oh, so the Tucker Carlson impression though, because this is what I want to talk about, is
Perfect.
so freaking good. And I don't know if Jeremy Colleen is a great impressionist or if he just has this one thing in his back pocket, but I want to see what else he can do.
Yeah.
This for me opened him up. Like I think we've really liked what we've seen from him
For sure.
this season, but this was like a whole nother level because it wasn't just the impression. It was just the whole thing was written perfectly. It was so good.
Yeah,
it was one of my
the
favorite things I've
cadence-
seen on the Weekend Update desk this season.
The cadence of his delivery, what he's talking about and how he's talking about these movies, and the repetition of what are we doing? What's going on? Like he nailed it.
First time commenter, longtime listener Mike Rowan sent me a message earlier today, and it said he sent me the clip of Jeremy Colleen as Tucker Carlson, and he said, "This may be one of the funniest things I've ever seen on SNL ever." And I said, "We're talking about it on the podcast right now." He said, "First time caller, longtime listener, loved the sketch."
Yeah, good. This was fantastic all around, and I hope that he comes back and does this again.
Just the voice is picture perfect. The cadence is picture perfect. And of course, being able to talk about something that Tucker Carlson normally doesn't talk about in that cadence and voice, it's literally a perfect impression.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like Tucker Carlson would talk about this.
Oh,
and
I'm
it-
actually sure he has.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I guarantee
And,
he's
like-
complained about all the woke movies. that
Exactly,
are out
exactly.
there.
So
That's fair.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? SNL's famous for this. Maybe he just did it yesterday, and like Jeremy Colleen is just doing like verbatim.
Yeah.
All right. Red Heart and aerial tramway emojis, played by Mikey Day and Marcelo Hernandez. To respond to Apple announcing 8 new emojis, Mikey Day arrives representing the aerial tramway emoji, the least used emoji, and Marcelo Hernandez arrives representing the red heart emoji, the most used. Ben, did this work for you?
It really worked for me.
Did you love this one?
I loved this one. If Jeremy Colleen was not on, I think this is one we'd be talking about. It's really, really funny.
We're talking about it right now.
I know. But it's really, really funny because of Mikey Day. I
would say Mikey Day
All
was
love
really
to
funny.
Marcelo Hernandez, of course. Ha ha ha, hearts. But Mikey Day's attitude and his kind of like gangster-ish type of oh my gosh, I laughed so hard.
This is definitely the second best.
It's like when Brad
of the
defends
night.
himself. You know, like there's
Defend myself against what?
everything. Like whenever you would think you're right, This is you. No, it's because of me. No.
What was that?
Yeah, that's you.
It's bad.
As a tramway.
It's real bad.
If I closed my eyes, I thought it was you.
Yeah.
But go ahead. What did you think of this one, Brady Bear?
You have your eyes closed all the time because you don't refuse to see the world.
That got dark.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
There's a lot of trauma behind that one.
it was about you. You're traumatic.
No, I'm not.
This was so funny.
You know what's not traumatic? Aerial tramways. They're very safe.
The fact that Mikey got Marcelo to break so much, so just as the thing went on was so good. But yeah, the emojis that he mentioned as like being
orange square,
division sign, snorkel, building with a horn
building
on
with
it.
a horn on it. Building with a horn on it.
There are so many stupid emojis that no one ever
What?
uses.
So is it a music school? Is it a music factory?
A conservatory?
Is it CNC Music Factory?
See, there you go. You never know.
That is an emoji for CNC Music Factory. You heard it here first.
You never know.
I love this.
This was so funny.
So funny.
Very, very funny. I love it.
Also, hey Brad,
Yes.
maybe you won't want to answer this on air, but do you want to do this with me for Halloween?
Yes.
I'll be Ariel Tramway if you want to be Hart.
Oh no, I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, because you're of Latin descent.
You literally just said Ariel Tramway sounded like me.
I'll be the Hart.
That's dumb.
No, this was great. Nate, did you love this?
I liked this. No, I was so enamored with the Tucker Carlson one that this one. So what I loved about this is they were having fun. I liked that Marcelo was breaking. I liked that it was good, but I am so.
Were you just like laughed out from Tucker Carlson?
No, I was so
First time
obsessed
that's
with that
ever
one.
been
I just
said
thought it was so good
in the history of the world, by the way.
That I think you're right. I absolutely think you're right, though. If this was in any other episode, this would have been the one
we're talking about. Yeah.
And but whatever.
Yeah, fair enough. Poor us. We
They
get
can
two
both
great.
be-
Yeah,
they
we
can both
get
be
two
good.
great
No.
bits.
Yeah, what are you
No.
complaining about?
No.
This is great. I'm so happy.
All right. White Castle Drive-Thru. Harry Styles plays Steve, a high school quarterback working the White Castle Drive-Thru. Jane Wickline and Veronica Slowakowska play two awkward, horned-up teenage girls from his school. This seems like something you would want to talk about, Brad.
No. Thank you for asking.
Moving on.
Ben, what did you think of this one?
Which one? Sorry, which one was this?
Am I on this by myself?
Yeah.
White Castle Drive-Thru.
Oh shit! Sorry.
You're a broken man.
No opinion.
I don't think.
What do you mean, no opinion?
I'm just kidding.
I don't think he saw it.
Jane Wickline was
Jane and Veronica
fantastic.
Slowakowska
They
as a
were
duo.
amazing. They
Yeah.
were absolutely amazing. I had no idea where this was going. When they took off, I thought maybe that was going to be the part where it
and they were going to
escalated.
have several. I thought they were going to have several different characters.
Yeah,
The drive-thru.
or I thought maybe it would escalate to Harry Styles like running into them later somewhere else or something.
Yeah.
Them just coming back around was perfect. It was so freaking funny. Slowakowska is fantastic with the braces and everything. It's just, and Wickline is that perfect, nervous, awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. You
What
could have
about-
taken like 6 or 7 takes. It wouldn't have got any better. It was great.
What did you think of Harry Styles in this one?
I mean, he was fine,
was
but
fine.
this wasn't
He
his
was
sketch,
just
you know?
not good.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard as the perhaps a kiss for the lady, maybe on the front.
Maybe on the front. Go, drive. Yeah, that's all that stuff was so good.
Also, some pretty impressive set maneuvering because
Yeah.
they obviously moved that car set around a little bit. And
Pete Hegseth was in the back, so you got to get that out of there.
I see what he did.
Yeah.
Talking about another car in a sketch.
Yeah, we did it. Anyway, no notes. Great.
All right, moving on. A pre-tape. She's an Irish dancer. A pre-taped R&B music video just in time for St. Patrick's Day. 4 men, Harry Styles, Andrew Dismukes, James Austin Johnson, and Marcelo Hernandez head to the club and meet women who describe themselves as dancers. The women, in fact, are dancers. They're just Irish step dancers, and that's the joke. This is a very silly kind of song and bit. Did it work for you? Did you like this or no?
I did like this one. I thought it was a great turn. It was completely unexpected. I love the energy that they have when they switch to the Irish dancing and to the Irish cooking. I especially love Jane Wickline in this sketch as well because the cuts to her, she goes, "Are you turned on yet, fella?"
So good.
Yeah, she was very good.
Yeah,
at this.
she's very funny with those cuts that she has. But yeah, everyone, like all the ladies in this are hilarious. And
All
then,
the single ladies?
all the single ladies, and then having the turn with the men also doing their own dancing was particularly funny.
I I saw that Carol O'Sullivan wrote this. Obviously Irish. You almost wonder if there's
Obviously Irish.
You do wonder though if something like our sketches written better when you're writing something maybe to a community that you understand a little bit
Right.
more. You know, like I thought this was very funny, very creative. I guess that's what I thought more of. I thought this was very creative. I thought the comedy in this I did not expect. I didn't have a ton of laugh out loud moments other than maybe Jane Wickline. Some of her responses I thought were very, very funny just because there was her awkwardness is getting to me.
Yeah.
It's really funny. But I thought it was good. I'll say this. I didn't think the song was a banger, which I always love it when a song sticks with me. This one did not, though.
But I think this is one where like you don't need the song to be a banger because it's more so about the premise and the turn and leaning into that. I also did like the stuff with the Irish food, saying the fish and cream and fish, and I like that I don't have to chew it.
fish and cream and fish.
But yeah, this is I enjoy this one quite a bit.
No, yeah, and this to your point, Nate, it's not a memorable banger of a song, but that to me, maybe into Brad, that wasn't necessarily the point, right?
Yeah.
It's much more about the disjointed nature of having the club song and then having it be this Irish folk song almost. It was good. It was very good.
It's really interesting to take because five of the female cast members were kind of featured heavily in this as the dancers, and what's really interesting in this is Chloe Feynman a couple years ago was one of the kind of featured parts of SNL, and she is still a great cast member, but she was one of the bigger kind of parts of SNL. Sarah Sherman a couple years ago, same thing. It is really interesting to see the rise of these new cast members, right? You got Ashley Padilla, Veronica Slowakowska, you've got Jane Wickline, and they're really becoming quite big. And they're becoming, I think, just really featured parts of the show that I'm excited to see what's going to happen with them. They have their own personalities, but they all fit together, I think, very well.
Also, this is all the SNL women in the cast.
All five?
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
All five
They had
of the 21 cast members.
No women that got left out.
All
Actually,
five.
To the point that I don't know if you guys had this issue, but in the earlier sketch, the Sparkle one, what was the name of that one again? Sparkle and Sons, Morning Sparkle,
with Feynman and
yeah. There's a moment when Harry Styles is
Sparkle of the Sea
dancing with another, or I don't know if it was Harry Styles, but somebody was dancing with another female character, and I was like, "Wait, who is that?" And
it was just
an extra, and I was I thought it was someone, but there was also occasionally wooing happening during that scene, and so I thought it might have been somebody that like I didn't recognize that like maybe was featured on like a Harry Styles song or something like that, and so I literally had to go to the Live from New York Reddit because somebody else asked them, they're like, "Who is this? Why were they there?" And they were like,
no one knew.
Yeah, and no one knew, and it was just an extra because they didn't have enough women because all the women were in the rest of the sketch.
Yeah.
missing ego Wodum.
Bit of a problem there.
Yeah.
All right. Finally, Harry for him. The closing sketch, Harry Styles plays himself pitching a Target clothing line, Harry for him, based on his most iconic real-life outfits. This actually got me laughing. The premise did anyway.
Yeah.
It didn't carry itself the whole time.
Yeah.
But I like this idea of Target carrying these outfits and people trying to wear them. I get when you're throwing this idea in a writer's room, you're like, this is really funny.
Yeah.
I don't think they could package it to where it could have been.
This was one of the. This is the other evidence I had where I was a little bit frustrated with Harry Styles because he did lean a little bit more into the performance aspect for this one, but this also suffered from the lack of Harry Styles giving him his own himself quote unquote performance additional flair to like bring energy to it, because I think that him being more like himself took some energy out of the sketch of what otherwise might have worked. Like, I feel like if Ryan Gosling was doing this kind of sketch, the same thing, it would have been much more energetic and like it would have been really up there as far as like the enthusiasm. But the premise itself was very funny. Seeing all the cast members put on these clothes, and you really just see how like someone like Harry Styles can make those fashion choices work.
So
you know,
as soon as I saw Harry Styles in them, it made sense,
right?
Because I'm not, I don't watch. That's not that that's a bad thing. I just don't catch that stuff, like every show he's ever been on or whatever. So part of me was thinking, like, are these real? or is it like something that Harry Styles could have put on?
No,
no, these
all
are
real.
all absolutely.
Yeah.
And then just the juxtaposition of how freaking dumb they look in it when it's not Harry Styles. Holy shit, that's a unique skill set.
I also loved the carryover of talking about Ben Marshall's butt.
Oh yeah,
from the monologue.
Yeah, that was great.
Wow, look at those biscuits.
Yeah, no, this is more informative than it was funny.
I learned a lot.
I was like, oh, he can really pull all that off and nobody else can. That's something that Harry Styles has in his back pocket.
There was a throwaway line that I thought was really funny. And in this case, his subtlety and how he delivered it and like the dryness made it funnier is because he did, or as we say in Britain, a liar for shame, trousers aflame.
I didn't catch that. That's good.
All right, let's talk about the Cover Time sketch. This was Dante's Girls. This was no, just kidding. There's no.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
I pointed to myself as you were talking and looked at Brad and shook my head like I didn't watch this.
Yeah, me neither.
And he goes, me neither. I'm like, well, it just came out. We're gonna have to pause it. You son of a biscuit.
I got it on this Dante's Girls.
It's from my Beetlejuice set decoration down here in the basement.
Oh,
good for you, buddy.
It's
not April 1st though.
I know.
You just still got us with a good prank.
But you know what? It will be soon.
Yeah, no, good.
We
April
don't know
Fool's
when
joke.
we're gonna edit this.
Yeah.
All right,
And also, much in the same way that they start doing Valentine's and Easter and Christmas early, we like to get ahead of April Fools.
We like to get ahead of April Fools.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
all right, let's do suggested. Let's do. You want to do
Wow.
sketch of the night or MVP? Let's do sketch of the night.
You want to do sketch of the
We
night?
do
Yeah,
MVP first, and then we do sketch of the
No,
night.
I want to do a sketch of the night first.
Wow.
Fine. My gosh, can we not change things occasionally around this podcast?
Oh, okay.
All right. MVP, go. Do it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Well, my MVP is Jane Wickline
Why?
because she was incredible.
Why?
What's going on? What are we doing?
Jane Wickline is my MVP as well. I think she's very funny in this episode.
She crushed it.
Yeah, the White Castle drive-through sketch, and then also
itself.
her bit parts in
But
the Irish dancing was really funny.
She stood out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mine is Jeremy Colleen. I thought he was fantastic in that Tucker Carlson bit. I thought he was really great.
What else was he good in?
He was really good in this.
Yep.
And I think
So just the one?
yeah.
Okay.
I think all he needed to do was be good at one.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
And he, I think, really set himself up for a great SNL career after that one sketch.
Just that one.
Yeah.
For me, sketch of the night I think was Mr. Pooty.
I want to be very clear here that Nate said based on one sketch, it was so good.
Yeah.
He set him not for a good year,
Yeah.
but for a good career.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of onus on one sketch, is all I'm saying.
Also,
way-
don't forget that last week's Marty Supreme joke was one of his favorite jokes
Of all time.
It was
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
good. It was so good.
Yeah.
Well, anytime you can make fun of TVC, I just love it.
You are just being very hyperbolic lately.
But also, I love how mad Brad gets when Timothy Chalamet gets made fun of. And so,
No, it's not even that. It's when people take quotes out of context and create ridiculous discourse out of it.
Oh, they do that to all. Hey, you don't get upset when they do that to Pete Hegseth.
Nate, can I get your ear real quick? I don't know that that this is the hill that Brad should be dying, because the Chalamet stuff, it came out of his mouth pretty dumb.
He's
it's
dumb.
pretty,
No, and I-
no,
he's
but
dumb. I admit
it's
it.
pretty
He's dumb.
easy to see why people are upset.
No, but that's the thing is,
If you would have listened to the whole thing in context, you wouldn't even have been upset. Yeah, you would have.
No,
because I listened to the whole thing in context, and
admitted-
he's still being an idiot.
I admitted the way he said it was wrong, but the amount of conversation and flame being thrown for it is
It feels
it's
a lot like what a lot
exponentially
of
insane.
my friends who like President Trump say. Well, you
Wait,
just
you're
got
friends with President Trump?
No, my friends who
Oh.
like President
Oh,
Trump will
gotcha.
say the same thing.
First of all,
They're like, you gotta take the context.
I'm not
You
gonna let him
gotta take
finish.
the
I'm not
context.
gonna let him finish because that's the dumbest fucking thing you've
Whoa.
ever said on this podcast.
Easy.
I don't
With the
care.
swear.
I'm not gonna deal with the Trump.
You got
comparison.
to take the context.
No,
You-
'cause-
you got to understand what he's saying.
That's
no,
true.
No, listen, you fucking slick
Well,
back
hey,
haircut.
whoa,
No,
whoa, whoa,
you slicked back
whoa,
haircut.
whoa.
I'm actually pissed off about this because I get sick of this shit in my job all the time. This is the kind people take things that people say and turn them into sensationalist bullshit to get clicks, and this is the kind of stuff that I get sick of. The fact that this was the thing that dominated the back half of award season, which was already exhausting to begin with, is absolute shit to me. So
But do you blame, honestly, you have to blame the audience, though. because they're the ones clicking on the clickbait.
I blame the audience. I also blame a lot of terrible journalists out there who like take quotes and feel like it needs to be run because someone has an opinion on it, and no one needs to hear everybody's opinion on everything.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of online fodder about this too. A lot of people on Twitter. A lot of people.
And I hate it. I hate it all. Like it's the fact that we spent so much time talking about this single thing when there are so many other things that are interesting and worth talking about. This cycle is exhausting.
But
to
this
me.
is the same reason that MTV isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Because people always complain, I can't believe MTV is just a bunch of reality shows now. Oh, no shit.
I know.
Sherlock, you started watching the reality shows and tuning out the music videos.
100%.
And there you go. No more music videos. So these kind of clickbaity bullshit articles about Timmy's, it's your fault for clicking on them. So stop it unless you want things. If you want things to change, you got to stop it.
I agree.
Right?
So he needs to stop saying the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so sketch of the night. Did you did yours was Mr. Frizzy?
Mr. Frizzy. Yep, that was
Mr.
it.
Frizzy, and yours was
MAHAspital. I love that one.
Oof.
Talk about a
very good.
little strikeout.
No, mine was definitely White Castle.
It was very funny.
Yeah,
That was good. I like it.
Who we got? Jack Black's the next one.
Jack Black
weeks.
is hosting, and Jack White is the musical guest. That'll be on April 4th.
Are they going to come together and release a Grey album?
Great. Good.
But
That's not a terrible.
But next week
is that a bad joke?
There is a new episode of SNL next week,
Well,
though.
screw me then. I guess it's a bad joke.
And I think we are going to do something about this. At the very least, we are going to do a recap and review of the very first episode of Saturday Night Live UK. Tina Fey has been announced to be the host of the very first episode. This will be a 6-episode run for the show's first season. She'll be joined by musical guest Wet Leg, which I am informed is a real musician duo of two ladies.
That's okay. If you said next week on American SNL, it's Wet Leg, I would have been like, yeah, that probably exists.
Yeah. But yeah, they announced the first 3 hosts: Jamie Dornan, the star of the 50 Shades of Grey franchise, and also the hilarious co-star of Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar, will be hosting, and Riz Ahmed, star of Rogue One and Sound of Silence and various other projects, will be hosting the 3rd episode. So lots of cool stuff happening. I think what we might do is we'll do the first episode, and then maybe we'll circle back after the entire first season is done and talk about how their inaugural season went and figure that stuff out.
SNL UK has an opportunity to do something very funny if they had Tina Fey playing a interpreter that was teaching somebody the language for the very first time, and they just do the very same sketch of the Wolverines eat your fingertips.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually.
That'd be pretty good.
That's a fun idea. So I'm very interested to see how this goes.
Oh no, I'm very excited. It's putting Tina Fey. It's a smart move, right? Putting somebody that good at it as the host of the first one.
Yeah.
So we'll see, and that's next Saturday.
Yeah, March 21st. For those of you who don't live in the UK, the episodes will be available the next day on Peacock.
Cool. I think we should throw something together and talk about it on the show.
Yeah, we will do a full
special one-off,
full recap and review episode of at least the very first episode of SNL UK.
I didn't agree to that, but I guess we're agreeing to it.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Nate's dedicated to the cause.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week.
We won't actually.
We will.
No, it's going to be the week after by the time it comes out because we're going to watch on Sunday.
What? No, we're just going to release an episode next week, just like this week.
Nah, I don't care.
Oh my God, it's not 2 weeks.
All right,
Don't
we'll
do
be
that.
back eventually.
Next week.
All right,
We'll be
all
back
right.
next week, like always.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. We'll be back at some point. This is our other podcast as well. Go Flix Yourself. Give us some comments if you're listening on Spotify, YouTube,
Mailbag.
Let us know what you think. You can also comment, on our website. Give us rate and review the podcast. That'll help us as well. We'll be back again sometime in the future. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Bye bye.